fucking one of the greatest scores ever. What's up,
Yeah.
everybody? We have Chris C, the Slasher Dude. We got my boy Keith from Goraphobe. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen this, man. I
Yeah,
forgot
you
exactly how great that piano score is, man.
It's top
it
five.
really is good.
It is one of the most hauntingly beautiful themes ever put to film for me. Like it almost nothing will beat Halloween score. It's my number one, always will be. Just the whole score, every piece of every motif, every piece in Halloween. But this score, especially that piano theme, Helen's theme, I think
Man,
is more beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful theme with Cannibal Holocaust too.
right.
Like those
Yeah.
two are just some of those gorgeous pieces of music.
Deep Red. Yeah.
Deep Red.
They say so much, man. You know what I mean? They say so much with being so simple. They say so much. They say love. They say tragedy. They say, you know what I mean? Just on and on, man. You just can't.
Oh yeah. And what works great with Cannibal Holocaust in the score is because of how gorgeous the score is. It juxtaposes and contrasts perfectly with how disturbing the content of the movie is. So it works so well. What's up, Joe? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Joseph. Yeah.
Hey, Joseph, how you doing, man?
Like I say, it's based off the story done by, Clive Barker. I stated it talking to JT off stream here. Like, I don't think he gets enough credit for being the writer that he is, because he changed the face of horror in books for that was totally different from him.
As much as like I said, I'm not a big Clive Barker fan or Hellraiser fan even, but yeah, you're right. I mean, definitely you can't dispute the influence.
Yeah, a lot of them are the short stories. A lot of them have been done film, like Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah, that's a good one with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Man, he does everything. Barker is a well-rounded artist.
Yes, he is.
Oh
yeah,
I
Rawhead Rex and all that fun stuff too.
Rawhead Rex, that's right. And Colin Towns did the score for that. Who did the score? One of my favorites too, from Haunting of Julia. Who I had on a while back.
Great film too.
It was so good.
Haunting of Julia is great.
It was such a pleasure to talk to Colin Towns, who did that music. Like we talked a little bit about Rawhead Rex and stuff, but I said, "Fuck that movie." I said,
I know,
all about Full Circle, Haunting of Julia. Like that's the one I wanted to talk about. And what a great guy. What's up, Synth?
Hey, Synth.
How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Synth?
Yeah, Books of Blood
were great. That's what me and Chris were talking about before.
Cabal.
Here we go over here to the
Yattering Jack. I love Candyman, great horror movie. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. It's my 19th favorite film of all time, tied with The Empty Man from 2021, which me and Chris were talking about. So you've seen Keith, you've seen The Empty Man, right? From 2020.
Yeah, I've seen it once when it first came out, but I haven't seen it since.
It's a masterpiece.
I do need to see it again.
And it's so underrated. It's so underseen, and it came out during the peak of COVID. And the trailer was so misleading because it made it look like another movie, like the Bye Bye Man, like those type of movies, which it's nothing like.
No, it's not. It's like
so
totally
Lovecraftian. There's a lot of Lovecraft in it. They actually mentioned directly, what's the hell's name? Nyarlathotep. The god from Lovecraft. They mentioned the name directly in the
Cosmic, the great old ones. Yeah.
Yep.
This film has that gothic feel to it in
absolutely
setting. Like you can tell, like, all these horror writers are fans of Lovecraft. We all know that to be true, and they just take their stories a step further.
Where would we be without them? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
where would we be without these guys?
And Tony Todd. I mean,
Tony Todd,
like Joe just said here, and Tony Todd and Candyman. Yeah, Tony Todd is just his voice.
I can listen. Mount Rushmore.
I can fall asleep to that guy.
The other mass killers. Yeah, he's a paranormal killer. Like he could. It's always this versus Candyman versus Freddy. I mean, that could work too. So
I think they're not comparable for me. I mean, this also, because this is the theory on this, and we'll talk about it as we watch it, of whether Candyman is actually even real or if this is all in Helen's mind. And I
think it's like the boogeyman, really.
Yeah.
Because it's a takeoff.
I lean towards that Candyman really being there, and it's not just, but it's framed and it's shot in a way and written that it leaves a lot of ambiguity that it could be Helen losing her mind from it, like looking into this urban legend so much, and then
that's what it basically is. It's folklore because it's based off. Clive Barker did the short story based off of Bloody Mary. That's a game. You say her name 3 times, she's supposed to appear.
I used to do that with friends growing up. We would always check it out.
Yeah, it's. I try it.
If you want him to be there bad enough, he's there.
Exactly.
Something has to happen. Something has to happen. You have to mean it. That makes it a little bit more impactful as a film.
And we get Ted Raimi quickly in this movie also.
Oh yeah,
in the beginning. Yeah, he's in the very beginning with they show that when they're telling one of the people are telling the legend of Candyman, and Ted Raimi plays the boyfriend that came over to the woman's house, and then she says Candyman,
that scene is crazy. Yeah, we're gonna get to that one. That scene is nuts.
Oh yeah, this is a movie. I mean, I could talk for a lot about this. There's a lot of stuff to unpack. I've done a video and a watch party with Gareth like a year ago. I think I did 2 with Gareth, like 2 years in a row. So this is the 3rd watch I'm doing with Candyman. So I'm glad to do it with you guys, and then you're here to do it. Joe, do you want to watch along? You're gonna head to sleep in a bit. Either way, it's cool. Anybody else who hops in, we'll give timestamps and the look movie link.
Like good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I heard you set up my.
Yeah, good. And then I'll do a 3, 2, 1, go, and get it going. But yeah, the gothic feel, like you said, Keith, in this is just the score. The other parts of the score, not the piano part, which is the best. The intro score, the gothic choir and stuff like that. It's so good, and the urban setting is something you didn't see a lot back then. And this movie is excellent at just exploring how an urban legend and a myth can be used by a society or a group, to explain away the atrocities that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yes, the urban legends ever been done. Yeah.
Yeah, like when they think it's when there's the actual murderer in this that it gets caught who beats Helen within an inch of a life, stuff that they were thinking that's Candyman and stuff, because everything negative that happened in Cabrini-Green, the myth built up, and they would think Candyman did it.
Though, you know what I mean? Yeah, that makes it makes it really easy to explain away anything negative or any kind of a tragedy. Explain it away to the Candyman. When
exactly.
Not to blame, you are. You know what I mean?
It's such a great study on urban legends and how they spread, and the fear that people go through with the traumatic stuff going on, and how a myth can take on a life of its own, like literally in this movie.
Yeah, there's a story within a story.
Yeah,
it's like it has layers to it.
Ben saying Candyman 5 times. Candyman. Hey, Anthony.
Oh, you got the slip. I hate you. Yeah, that's the same release I'm watching on. Yeah.
Screen Factory.
Let me see. Put it back up. Oh, that's cool.
Dude.
That's great artwork.
That's
I
terrific.
love that.
Yeah.
Original Screen Factory. Oh, check this out.
I love that mural that we see in the movie. That's great.
This is the media book.
Seen the art
the media book, bro.
That looks cool. Because usually the artwork is like that with the eye, but it's either a white background with the eye or a black background, but the eye's different. It's not like that. That's really
then you see his silhouette in the eye itself. That's done very well.
We'll let should we let Ben should I show the 5th Candyman comment?
Sure. Candyman.
I don't know. We're summoning him. There's 3.
Chickened out.
And there's 5. We got 5. He'll come for Ben. He'll come for Ben, though.
You see he's getting killed over here. Just shut it off and forget you ever seen
right. What's up, Jason?
Specifically saying Into the Black Mirror.
Ginger in the house. I hope you had a great birthday, Ginger, and
happy birthday, man.
Hope you've caught some ghosts. I know he sent me a picture, a funny picture of nurse. I told him bring me back a sexy nurse ghost if he finds one. So he said that was as close as I found. Great stuff. Hope you had a great birthday, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
What else we got here? He chickened out. Yeah, I would too. I mean, Bloody Mary, like you said back in the day, that
Yeah.
that was something when I was growing up, and that went on. That was a long, long time that Bloody Mary was a myth. But I remember vividly a few friends and stuff. We would have never be able to do it. We would always chicken out for some reason.
Yeah.
Because just in case, just that one little 0.1 percentage, that maybe the legend's true.
Yeah.
That just gets to you as a kid, you know. It's like I know
That's
it's
the thing
fake.
you have to believe. You
What
have to
if?
believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it kind of puts you in mind of like the Grudge, wherever something so traumatic
Yeah.
happens, it leaves
it
a mark.
stays there. Yeah, that's a great
That's
point.
an impactful film. Yeah, that's
You
done
know?
really well.
I love Ju-on the Grudge, the original, the Japanese
Yeah.
one. I don't care much for the American remake.
Oh,
God.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy.
Yeah,
Man, I seen the
good.
American one
Good.
first, and then I seen the original one and was like, "Holy shit!" I couldn't believe he was
Right?
swinging that baby. I was
That's
like,
what
"What?"
happened with me and The Ring, because The Ring remake, I really like the remake of The Ring. I think it's a great remake. But then I saw it first, and then I saw Ringu, the original, and I same like you just said with The Grudge. Seeing it, I was like, man, this is so much
I
better.
Yeah, J
Like,
horror is very, very good.
oh yeah,
Very good. Like
and
Dark
those are like
Water.
two
Dark
of the
Water
top.
is
Which
Dark
one I
great.
ever
Water,
seen?
Dark Water is a
Which
great
one?
film. Yeah.
Dark Water is good. That was Hideo Nakata too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great director, like one of the best Japanese directors for sure. Everyone's saying, "Hey, here's wait, all this Ginger." So if I say Candyman five times, will he come to Australia?
That's
Like,
freaking
does
5
he
points.
get freaking fly points? That's funny, man.
No.
Dude, you have fire tonight, Ginger. With
Rip.
I forgot what he said earlier. I remember it. Something with a cult. Like it was great. Brilliant. I always say I'm not religious, but I'm not trying to summon any demons either. That's how I
Yeah.
am, Ben. I'm the same way, Ben. I'm not religious. I'm very spiritual, I like to think, but I'm not into any real religion or anything like that. But yeah, I'm not trying to summon any of that shit because you
Yeah.
never know. You never know. Just that little possibility.
Yeah.
If you're ready, Keith, or just let us know when you're getting there, and we'll start it.
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, cool. If anyone again in chat, if you guys want to watch along, we'll give timestamps. It's on Shutter, I think, or Prime. I had to rent it. It wasn't on anything else. I didn't feel like watching it on Look Movie on the computer. But
Right.
all right, so let's do 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, that
Just
Candyman I
just
got
try to keep the volumes down as much as possible because I know there's not an issue with Helen's theme because I've done like 5 covers of it over the years, so there's no issue with that. But it might get hit with like the other parts of the score. So, we got Pat in here. What's up, Cheetah? What's
Hey,
up, Pat?
Cheetah.
The Cheetah in the
Hey,
house. How you
How you
doing,
doing?
man? Thank you. Yeah, this will be a definitely great one as always. A favorite of mine.
That's right. This is TriStar Pictures. Man.
Yeah.
And Universal. I do
Yeah,
believe.
Universal. Yeah.
Yep.
The whole
Whole
fucking
shebang.
posse together putting this motherfucker together.
Absolutely. And just the way it starts with the theme. Right there. I gotta lower it. But it's so good. Bernard Rose directing is just phenomenal in this.
And wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, he wrote the screenplay too, all right. He I don't know many other Bernard Rose films. Maybe if I heard
Virginia
ones that he
Madsen's in here.
directed.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Hang on, let me type this in.
Yeah, look him up. I can't think one off the top of my head. I know he's done others, but I don't know how much he's done.
There's a lot. Camel Warp too.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
In here. That's right.
Yeah, Vanessa Williams plays Bernadette, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Is it she plays Bernadette, right? That's Bernadette, or the other one that the dog gets killed.
Yeah, executive producer Clive Barker. So he was on set.
Yeah, he was EP on this.
He did The Immortal Beloved, The Devil's Violinist, and Corinne. A Samurai Marathon, Paper House.
Paper House I've heard of.
Mr. Nice. SX Tape.
So he's done a decent amount, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know how much he did, Bernard.
A lot of obscure films.
Ginger says this film was so fucking underrated, underappreciated. Dude,
Yeah.
it still is to this day. As
Yeah, The
much as it
Forbidden
is,
by
no,
Clive
the
Barker. Yeah,
Forbidden.
The
Yeah,
Forbidden. Yeah.
that's the name.
A great story. Great
Yeah,
story.
it's in
Yeah,
one of
I've
the
read
Book
it.
of
I've
Blood
read
one
it.
that I have.
Dude, yeah, it's very good.
It's very good. And yeah, Ginger, I feel this movie, even though it is most people regard as a classic, it's still not on the level it should be and praised the way it should be.
Right.
It's still an under, and it's not I don't look at it as a slasher movie either, just like the original Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's so much more than that. And I think that's why it didn't do that well originally, because it was the early 90s. You had the whole 80s slashers dying out for the most part. And then people saw the
That looks
trailer and
so
stuff,
good.
and they thought it was just another slasher film.
Yeah.
And it took off because Tony Todd was playing Candyman, in my opinion. Without him playing it.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be anywhere near as iconic if it wasn't him. And all those, the bees swarm and stuff across the city.
Yeah, you see that it zooms in on the bees, man, which is freaky. I'm freaked out by bees. I don't know if I'm allergic to them. The sound, everything, just freaks me out.
I sat on a bee once when I was a kid. I was sitting on the swing. We in my house then we used to have a backyard with the swing set and stuff, a few swings. So I sat down on the swing and I sat right on a fucking bee. It stung me in the ass. I was fucking furious.
Yeah, that's where she's telling the story.
Yeah, this is when we see Ted Raimi make his little cameo. Tony Todd. Yeah, Joe. Tony Todd was in Hatchet with Danielle Harris. Yes, he was. He was in a few the first two Hatchet movies. And a cameo in the fourth.
What's his name too? Like you said, he's in there for like a minute. Yeah.
What, in this?
Yeah.
Ted Raimi.
Yeah, Ted Raimi.
The great Sam Raimi's brother. Ted Raimi's first role was in Blood Rage from 1987, which was shot in 1983, and they released it late. He played the condom sailor.
Like that?
He was selling condoms in the bathroom at the drive-in. That was his first role.
Now, in the retelling that Jordan Peele produced, they recreated this scene here with the mirror and stuff, except it's done in a different spot.
Yeah, like we were saying backstage, I got to rewatch that. Because Jordan Peele, I don't know, I forgot who directed that, because he didn't direct it, he produced it.
He directed it. He co-produced it.
Yeah.
I wanted to hate it, but I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either. I liked it for what it is. I have the 4K. Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I only saw it once when it came out, or maybe once after. I don't remember, but I wasn't pissed about it or anything. It was decent. It was
actually quite good. I like the ending quite a bit. Tell you
the truth. It went its own way. It had courage.
Exactly.
Man.
And I always respect that. If they can take a movie like this and they can go its own way and still make it pretty freaking damn good.
Right.
Ginger's got the name there.
She's really pretty.
Nia DaCosta directed it. The reimagining.
Yeah. What a great name.
Yeah, right. Tony Todd's Gravitas and that Philip Glass soundtrack always. That dude, that's what it is. Since this movie would be probably an 8 out of 10 without the score, but because of the score, it pushes it to a 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Oh, wow!
This is one of those movies. Yeah, this one of those movies that the score makes a big difference.
All right,
it's still excellent if it didn't have it, but it adds so much.
Take it easy, Joe. Have a good one.
Take care, Joe. Have a good night.
They're trying to play younger a little bit, but
yeah, Virginia Madsen.
She's very pretty.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
For a long time too, man. And for a long time, people forgot about her because her brother got so big, with the Tarantino films and everything.
Oh,
and then he and then she kind of resurfaced a little bit, but she's always been in.
That's right. Yeah, I was thinking of the Madsen, the last name. Okay, it's
Michael Madsen.
Yeah,
great actor.
Which, you're right. He was always a frequent collaborator with Tarantino. Which we got. Yeah, if you got time after this, Keith, we'll talk a little bit when we end this about the project, the Tarantino project.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh hell yeah,
Dude,
dude.
that's gonna be a great.
We've been
That's gonna be a
talking
great
about it
movie
for a
to go to.
while, you know, so and saying we want to do it for like a while now. So I'm glad we're finally doing it. This will be great.
I put the trailer out on my channel, so I put the teaser out so I can kind of get a look at it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Ginger
the
said
guy who
okay.
plays the professor.
Yeah, the direct. Oh, Trevor. Yeah, the husband. I
Yeah,
forget the actor's name.
he's been in a few other films
Yeah.
too. Of course, yeah, I recognize him.
The Ginger's saying the director of the Candyman reimagining is the one who's doing 28 years later.
Yeah,
Wait, the
yeah,
second 28 years later? Are they splitting it into two?
28 Days sequel. So I think it's the 28. I think
Yeah,
it's 28
Berkeley.
hours. To tell you the truth, I think that's what it's originally called. But I may be wrong.
Berkeley. He was also in The Walking Dead for a minute too.
Yeah,
Yes, he
you're right.
was.
Yep.
Yes, he just looks really young here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He plays a good dickhead, man. He really does.
Yeah,
Really.
the typical dickhead husband cheating on his wife, and with that dude right there.
Comebacks to bite him big time.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even try to hide it really. I mean,
No, he doesn't. He can't.
He's not good
He
at
can't do it.
hiding this. Yeah.
That's where he starts to despair. See, that's why there's a religious aspect of this. He starts to lose faith, you know.
And she's not stupid. She's a fucking brilliant woman. And that's one thing I love about this movie too, is you got two great, intelligent, strong women with her and Bernadette, her friend, that are the main characters in this besides Tony Todd. Great acting by both of them, really great characters. And yeah, Jason, Virginia definitely got the looks in the family. That's funny.
Actually, there's a lot of women who like Michael Madsen. They find an appeal to him. Women do. When he was younger,
I can see it. Yeah, I can see that for sure. He's not a bad looking guy. I mean, look at him in Reservoir Dogs. I mean, he was a decent looking guy back in the day. I mean, I can see in Kill Bill, like when he had the shaggy long hair, but that's just his character and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wait, so 28 years later is a trilogy now, or are you Ginger? Or are you just talking about that this is the third film in the trilogy? Because it sounds like the way you wrote it sounds like 28 years later is going to be 3 parts of a movie, but it's the third one.
That would be interesting.
Oh no, so it is that. Okay, so Danny Boyle's doing the first 28 years, Nia DaCosta is doing the second 28 years, and then there's going to be a third one. Wow, so they're doing 3.
That's ballsy of them to try to do that. That's ballsy of them to try to do that. Yeah.
That reminds me of The Strangers with Rennie Harlan, what you just did with chapters 1 through 3. I didn't like chapter 1. I thought it was such a waste and a retread of the.
Did you? Yeah.
Just plan one at a time, guys. Please, just plan one at a time. Put all your focus into one, and then go from there.
Yeah. Well, Rennie Harlan did direct the 3 chapters of The Strangers back to back. So he did
at least it's consistency, but never.
Yeah. Because if you do it like Keith, like you said, if you do it the other way, like you said, and just it's different directors, or if you don't have it all planned at the beginning stuff, then you see it, and it can get very disjointed depending on the movies and
the different visions.
Yeah.
Like, hate to use Star Wars as an excuse, but yeah, you don't switch directors for different films. It's different.
Yeah. And I was surprised I didn't like chapter 1 of The Strangers, because Rennie Harlan's an amazing director.
Yeah.
He started with Nightmare 4, right? And I think it was Nightmare 4.
Oh, the Dream Master.
He also did one of the Exorcist films too. The beginning or no?
I have the beginning.
It's the beginning, but there's 2 cuts of the beginning by different directors. One's by Rennie Harlan.
Yes.
Then
there's 2 different releases of that. I noticed that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw that in the theater.
I don't remember either of them. I think the Rennie Harlan one didn't get as much praise, and not that either of them got praise. They're very divisive, those movies. But I think the other guy's cut got a little bit better reception than Rennie Harlan's.
It's a little better than the other one, yeah.
It's good that it is divisive, to tell you the truth. It shows that it's trying something different with it.
Mm-hmm. Anytime you get a film that is very divisive, it usually means at least they're conveying enough emotion and thought and stuff like that to make you fucking think. And whether you agree or not. I love that. This is the first time you hear it. the piano theme the first time. It's so good. What killed Ruthie Jean?
Yeah.
At least you care enough to say something about it rather than just being like,
Life in the projects.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's all about the music here is all about that high C, the ding, 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 ding. That's the peak of that composition.
and see, that's great. That's what I love about libraries. Like that's like that. That's what that is. That's a true
Yeah.
library, man.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
These high-rise apartments.
They've used this theme in many different things over the years, notably in the second season of American Horror Story, Asylum. They used
Yes.
it in the last episode.
Yes,
I
that's right.
love
Jessica
that when I
Tandy is the
saw it.
nun.
Yeah. Jessica Lange in that.
Lang,
It
yeah.
was unbelievable.
I like Asylum.
performance.
I like Asylum.
Asylum's my favorite in the whole series.
Oh,
Favorite.
mine's Hotel. There's something about that film.
Hotel's
that
great.
series. Hotel is wow. That's the Cecil Hotel that's based off of. I mean, but yeah.
Cabrini-Green is just a great name to it. Just the way that they reveal here that her building was supposed to be a project, just like Cabrini-Green. I think that's brilliant too. And that they have the mirror, that the medicine cabinet that you can just push through to the other side.
It's almost has a poltergeist thing to it of what's buried beneath that, right? What these skyscrapers are built on top of. You know,
Keith, when was the first time you saw this? What did you remember from your first viewing, Keith, of watching this?
Oh man, I wasn't sure what to think of it. I caught it about halfway through, so about it'd been on maybe 45 minutes to an hour. But even though I wasn't sure what to make of it, it caught me enough to carry me through and watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. And this is a strange one to start watching halfway through and finish.
Oh, absolutely.
So it obviously interested me.
Yeah. I when did I see this for the first time? Probably when I was early teens or something like that. And ever since, the music blew me away since then. I mean, and everything about it, but the music especially is that just hit a chord with me and like in my soul. The music in this movie means so much to me.
See, this is where she takes the mirror off.
Yeah.
And yeah, she finds something that you probably shouldn't have found.
I mean, that's scary that the buildings were built like that. How easy it would be to break into your neighbor's place.
Oh,
right?
yeah, and they show the blue door. Man, and they just like focus in on that. Yeah.
Right? That is crazy. Because then they go to Cabrini-Green and they know that it's the same layout, and they go into and they push, and Bernadette says, what if there's people packing drugs in there? You're just gonna say, oh, sorry, and give them your business card?
It's another door to the other apartment. Like they did that. Yeah, they did that.
It's like, do you mind? I'm freebasing over here, man. Fucking close the door.
I know, right? That's what I always could imagine. Or you just see a bunch of people packing heroin and cutting up and shit, and then and Bernadette's right. It's like they're not just gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
See,
and then okay, yeah.
That's when they decide to do the Candyman 5 times.
Yeah,
she's the last one to say it.
Yep.
She does. Her friend doesn't say it. She does.
You know what I've always had a little tiny issue with is that beginning scene with Ted Raimi when they're telling the story is that the girl with Ted Raimi says Candyman. He says Candyman, Ted Raimi 4 times on Chickens Out, and she says it once, the 5th time. Shouldn't that be a new sequence of Candymans? Like she said it 4 times, then he said it 4 times and stopped. That should be a new now 5 sequence once she says it, not finishing off the one time that he did. But I guess maybe if you're just together in the same place and stuff and you're both doing it, then it's just 5 times total.
Yeah, maybe it just has to be 5, like it can't start over until that 5th one's done or whatever.
Yeah.
So you say it 3 times, and then 10 years later, someone say it 2 more times, and get
imagine that shit. Imagine if you play the game, Keith, and you chickened out with people back in the day and said it 3 times, and then like a few years later, you're hanging out in the same bathroom and you say it twice, and if he shows up and hooks you to death,
yeah,
you're like, no, that was 2 years, 3 years ago.
That was a trippy scene where it shows them all laughing, and then it just focuses out from the mirror, finds out that some time has passed. She's already in bed. That's when the shady husband is jumps on her and get a little jump scare on there real quick.
Oh yeah. I mean, the scares are great in this too. There's one that annoys me I'll talk about when it comes, but if she scares the fuck out of Bernadette, and it's a cheap
that's
jump
why I
scare.
mean,
It's a stupid jump scare. I love how
it's for a better
strong she is.
thesis that she wants to do
Fearless.
this.
Yeah, she's fearless. I mean, just saying, like, let's just turn around and they're going to a terrible area, projects and stuff.
Yeah, very
And then
bad.
two women,
Very bad.
and just the fact that she's that brave, the both of them, that they go in and do that, and that it's all about the story, and they're willing to get it. I love that.
Driven, strong, fucking Lois Lane type reporters, man. They want.
Yeah,
hey,
you're right.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
Great analogy. Yeah.
Sin says, "What is the statute of limitations of saying Candyman?" That's funny. If you say it 3 or 4 times and stuff, then you don't say it. Then after 3 years
Nice
statute,
little, like,
then it resets.
Church-like buildings all over the place.
Yeah.
Now, if you kill somebody, you're fucked, man. You can never kill anybody ever again because you broke the rules, man.
You broke the rules. Yep.
You no longer be Candyman. Take the coat off. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, give it to somebody else. Which
Really,
I mean, he does kind of at the end here with Helen, but that's the whole theory.
Give me the hook. Give me the hook. Get up.
All these drug dealers and everything and all this crap.
Yeah. That's why I said it's such great female characters in this. And I think that was another thing that this movie didn't take off as much as it should have and get as much praise for, because it was so bold and different. They didn't have 2 female leads like this, like strong, intelligently written characters. It was it was a lot more rare back then.
Those are old school type apartments where it's like a lawn that's inside, like the middle part, the place that's surrounded by them.
Way too much story. It would not work out today. People would be turning the channel. They would not give it a chance.
You're right.
Heck
Absolutely.
no.
That is true.
Girl, you're not the police. That's funny.
Yeah. Then I love how they say, heads up, 5-0 in the house and stuff. They warn the whole building and shit.
It's like, what the fuck is these 2 chicks doing here running around?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they'll be like,
fucking hood?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
There you go. Heads up, people.
Yeah, heads up, people.
And they show it really realistically too. Like when she gets nailed, knocked the fish out. She's lucky words didn't happen.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
graffiti
Child's Play.
Stuff. Oh, that's so well done too. It might have even been there and stuff in the building that they shot this in, but it's still.
I'm not surprised. I think everything was shot on location. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
they had some
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they'd look like this anyway. They'd be all spray painted up, full of shit. It's probably worse now. I don't think these places are even up anymore. To tell you the truth,
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like I heard they got torn down too.
Yeah.
Did they, Keith? You heard that? Yeah, I can see that for sure.
It seems like it. It seems like it. I'm not sure, but
I mean, I would not be surprised at all if they were.
Look at all that stuff. Good handwriting.
All right, since knows they did tore him down. You're right, Keith. That's what I figured.
Graffiti, though.
Yeah, the graffiti's just it adds so much to it.
Yeah, get the hell out. Yeah.
Yeah, the dog.
I think they're in New Jack City. She was in New Jack City.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. He was. Yeah. Oh, great film. Right. Yeah. Don't throw your life away for a worthless piece of shit.
Walk the ball, baby.
I mean, imagine
broad daylight.
Imagine you're going into this abandoned apartment where someone was killed, Ruthie Jean, and the layout's identical, like she's saying, and then Bernadette's the one that says no way, like when she's about to
dive deeper into the whole story, then it gets really bad.
Yeah,
like the ones that live there aren't even worried about it. It's like they know there's bodies laying around there.
Exactly. Yeah, like it doesn't faze them. They live in the poverty and
shit. Yeah, just taking pictures of these places.
He's fucking with you, so don't bother him. You know what I mean? Just like they say in Boys in the Hood. Yeah.
Yep.
There's that old mirror right there. Yeah.
But that is a dangerous decision that she makes to go into a random apartment like that, because Bernadette's 100% right, saying there could be people packing in there, drugs or weapons or who knows.
Oh yeah,
Matter of
the
fact,
pic. Yeah, she sees the
And they would
painting
have killed her
basically.
immediately, both of them, if there was people in there running shit like that.
Like I say, some of the scenes remind me of Child's Play, where they find out where Ray was doing, and you see the painting that he did, and all the spray paint
Okay,
and all that stuff. Yeah,
I can see that.
voodoo. Yeah,
Yeah, the voodoo stuff. I mean, the mural of Candyman when she comes out of the
yeah, the
mouth
mouth.
of the mural, that is a favorite shot of mine. That is such a great shot there with the mural. That looks beautiful, that mural.
She's just gonna go on through. She said, "Come on, girl.
Curiouser and
Oh,
curiouser.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
down the
let's
rabbit
go.
hole.
We're here. We couldn't get in much more danger. Fuck it, let's go on through."
Yeah, let's go.
Right? I mean, you're right. I mean, they became this far.
It's basically a tomb. Was a tomb.
2 young women by themselves, no
Yeah.
weapons.
No, exactly. I mean, it's ballsy as hell, man.
Taking pictures in the dark too, so there's like no light whatsoever.
Yeah, I know. She takes all these random pictures and then like looks at them in the parking garage. Like, who looks at all these pictures like right after they just saw the shit?
And she
I don't know,
backs
but
up.
this fucking stupid jump scare here. When she comes back through the thing, Bernadette, and scares the shit out of her. It's like, fuck you. Come on, Helen. I would have said that right to fuck you. How could you do that to me?
Just be a little thing.
They're all terrified. They're both terrified in this situation, especially Bernadette. You scare the hell out of her. You couldn't just say whisper and make your presence known, so you don't scare your best friend to death.
She's not scared yet, though. You know what I mean?
There it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the shot right there. Like,
that's when she gets scared, when she gets attacked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. In the bathroom.
doesn't see the mouth yet until she turns. It's like, oh, hello.
That is cool.
That's another. Yeah, that's a cool detail too. Yeah, that she comes out from the mouth. She doesn't even realize it until she turns around.
The eyes like right fixated on her. She's like, wait a minute.
All the choir music and stuff. It's so gothic. It adds such a gothic atmosphere to this movie.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the candy there.
Yeah, with the razor blade, right? There's a razor blade in one of them.
Yep. Yeah.
That leads into the other Candyman legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what they used in the retelling version too. They did that.
Yeah, that was
that past tense. I was like, yeah.
But yeah, remember back in the day when that was the whole thing, and on the news was all warning
razor
parents,
blades candy. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's like, hey,
razor blades. Yeah, hey, Bernadette, fuck you, lady. Come on. She was holding her own, Bernadette. She wasn't that scared.
Thing with the candy there, because that's tribute.
Yeah.
She's like she's gonna get a palm or something.
What y'all doing in there?
Yeah, get the fucking out of here. Don't you know where you're at?
Yeah, right. Because they ain't used to seeing white people coming up in
here.
Yeah, dude. Unless the cops.
Like they're the wrong part of town.
Yeah. They must be cops, right? No.
Yeah.
No, gotta be cops.
Yeah, that's the first thing they're thinking.
Doing the thesis. And she works like at a diner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first thing they think of is cops if they see white folk coming up in here. Because the cops don't even respond. Then they say that. Cops don't even respond to crimes that happen in there because they don't.
Yeah, she's going to tell them like a little bit. They want information.
Yeah. Yeah, so white folks don't ever come here except because there's a problem. And that happens all the time, everywhere, in cities with bad areas, projects like that. Still to this day, cops don't even show up. They don't even want to deal with it.
No, they won't go there. No,
they're all killing each other and stuff like that. And crime's nonsense, it's rampant. They don't want to get involved.
Did you notice all those stories up? There's still fences on the windows.
Yes,
all those stories up.
Yep, just in case.
Yeah,
you never know, man.
Hell yeah. You got someone who's strung out or some shit, they'll climb a few story building to break in a window, steal shit. Absolutely. Get a ladder, and lay a big ass fucking ladder, lay it against, climb up a few stories.
She got some nice little apartment going here, though. I mean,
yeah,
considering everything around her,
you're right.
Nice.
I recognize her with the kid. She's really young here. But
Yeah, she's the one from New Jack City.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah. And you're right, Keith, how it looks. It's a cool contrast of how nice her and well kept her apartment is compared to the apartment building itself and
yeah.
everything that we've seen so far with the graffiti and the filth everywhere and everything. She's just trying to raise a baby, like she says.
She made a little home there in a place that it seems like it'd be impossible to make a home in.
Great point. Yep.
She just took what she has and made the best of it.
Yeah. Which makes it so much more impactful when the kid disappears later on, when Candyman takes the kid.
Yeah, it takes the child.
Oh, her reaction and performance in that scene is phenomenal.
She knows. Yeah.
Child of the Corn. Oh, thank you very much, man. That's so
Child of the
generous
Corn,
of you.
nice.
Sent him the super chat. Love OG Candyman. Love the Pieces poster. He loves your Pieces poster in the back, Keith. Thanks so much, Child of the Corn.
Thanks, man.
Very, very nice of you. $2 super chat.
I got a Children of the Corn album to show you here in a little bit. It's absolutely beautiful if you stick around, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Keith has some amazing, and both of you guys have great physical media. Keith has, you guys both show me some amazing artwork.
Keith has me beat with some of those book releases of opera and shit like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. So that's some cool shit, Keith. And the novelizations you have, the Halloweens and stuff like that. You showed me those ones.
Oh yeah, those are
great.
Those are hard to find. Yeah.
I got a pre-order of it. It goes a couple $100 now, but I paid only like $60 for it.
Child of the Corn. It's your first time finding the channel? Because I don't recognize your name unless you changed the name from something else. But if so, welcome. And thank you again. That's very generous of you.
That's an actual theatrical poster, man. That's an actual theatrical one sheet.
Hey, look, I love the poster pieces.
Oh, I had to put it up. I got the burning over here, Mother's Day scanners, and
Mother's Day is another real great one that's very underrated too, because of how controversial and fucked up it is.
I put that on my poll for Slasher Dude reviews and stuff like that. I think that's getting the most votes right now.
Okay.
So
I've been wanting to do. I was supposed to do Mother's Day video on and review last Mother's Day and last year on Mother's Day, and it just didn't happen both years. I got to do that. Cover that one. It's a crazy movie. That old, I forget the actress's name who plays the mom, but she kills it in that movie.
Spots.
Yeah, she is an unbelievable, crazy woman.
She is great. That is the best trauma film ever made as far as quality and acting, as far as just filmmaking goes.
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
A trauma film.
I'm not big on trauma, but I would agree with that 100%. You're right.
The Exterminator is the least trauma out of all those films. Like, first Exterminator was a trauma film.
I did not realize that.
Let me see that.
Yeah, the Exterminator. Yeah. Christopher George.
Yeah, Christopher George is so good and everything. They were in him and his wife Linda Day were in so many stuff.
Yeah, dude, with like grenades or something like that. It's like something he sticks like a bomb to his nuts and they blow up in that bordello.
Child of the Corn. Keith is saying that theatrical poster is the only way to go. Dig it. That physical media collection looks crazy good as well. Yeah, Keith has some.
He has some great stuff.
And Chris, you're the same way. I don't collect physical media, but the people do, and especially you guys. You can just mention a movie, and you guys know exactly where the fuck that movie is. You find it in a second. You guys are so quick with that. It blows my mind, man. I say a movie, and Keith will get up, or you'll get up, and you just here it is right here. And it's, but I'm the same way. I'm very like unorganized, organized. Like I have a system, like, and that's how a lot of us are. We know exactly where everything is, even if it doesn't make sense to some people, and they would think like it's way too much and confusing.
This is where he's telling the story of the original Candyman of what happened. Yeah.
And what's his name? It's Professor Purcell. He's in the second movie. Farewell
he has
to
an
the
evil
Flesh.
laugh, dude. When he starts laughing, I'm like, dang.
Yeah, he gets what's coming to him in the sequel. which actually, because I did
Yeah, they
videos
smashed the
recently.
hives and stole the honey.
Yeah, and it's the
Yeah.
whole backstory on him is great. What
I
the
like
hell
it
is
focuses
Candyman's
on
real name?
her eyes and stuff like that. It's like
Her,
there's just shadows except for that.
yes, her performance in this, in all of the movie, but in the parking garage scene when she sees him for the first time, Tony Todd as the Candyman, and she
Yeah, that's
starts
what he said.
in a
They
trance almost, and her eyes, how they look, and they're transfixed, like she's in a trance. All of that her performance is unreal there.
yeah, they put him on a stake and they burned him alive and they spread his ashes across the green.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, yeah, she's standing right on top of his ashes, his grave.
Robitaille, Daniel Robitaille, that's Candyman's
Yeah, Danny
name. I
Riverdale.
just remembered it, Daniel Robitaille, because they go into it, and because I did videos on 2 and 3, like for Slash of September, and I haven't seen either in a while. 2 actually really isn't that bad. It's pretty good, like tone
No, it's
wise.
very
It's similar to the original. It
yeah.
uses the music by Philip Glass. Day of the Dead, the third one, that one's not good. I didn't like that. I don't care for that one at all.
Oh yeah, Child of the Corn. I just saw that, dude. I have so many sealed copies of just regular Blu-rays. You have no idea. I put a halt of collecting for a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit. Yeah, I have a lot that are still sealed. Yeah, absolutely. It is hard. It is hard to open them. I'm not gonna lie,
I always say I wish I would get back into collecting physical
dude.
media,
It's
but
it's,
it's
it's
just
pretty bad.
there would be so it's starting from nothing. I used to have a whole bunch. I just got rid of them. Once Napster came out when I was a fucking teenager,
Yeah,
music never bought again, and then it went the same way pretty much with movies.
it
And then
happens. No, it
streaming
happens.
came. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me see that.
Oh,
That's
oh yeah.
cool.
The
That's nice.
Here's the plug one open.
Cool. Let me see. Wait, hold that last one up again. Hold that last one
Well,
up.
I'm
that's
gonna
the
do it real
puzzle.
quick because
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you meant. That's
Severin
the
had
one with all
that.
the
I remember
puzzles.
that was from
You
Severin.
showed me
Yeah.
that with the jigsaw puzzles. That's great.
No, it was from
and then-
Grindhouse. Never mind. Yeah, Grindhouse had those originals from
Yeah. Oh, Children in the Corn. There you go.
Kai.
Yep.
Yeah, when she's talking to the
Outlander.
kid and stuff like that, the kid's like, "Yeah, I'll show you around." Yeah,
Yep.
he tells the story. He knows.
Yep.
You here for the party?
I love how they set that up, the whole bonfire and stuff like that.
You
This whole
see that? You see the
pile of
mountain of
garbage.
garbage. You see
Yeah,
the
the
mountain of
garbage
garbage,
pile.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
It all symbolizes what happened to him.
Yep. And the kid's got balls on him too. I mean, you gotta
He's
live
like in there.
in Cabrini-Green, yeah. But he's fearless too. He just walks around.
is the kid leading him there for this, or is the kid trying to protect her, or what? You know what I mean? I never really figured that out.
Never thought of that.
Dude, me neither.
I've never thought of that, and all the times I've seen it, dozens
Yeah.
and dozens of times. I can't remember how much I've seen this movie. I never thought of that. I don't think he did though, just because like she talks to him later and explains to him there is no Candyman, and he says Candyman isn't real, and like all that. But it's a great theory, and so I never thought of that ever. Did he
Was he
lead her
told
here?
to bring her there so that they could
great
get her
point.
camera?
Great point. That never
Oh
crossed my
yeah,
mind.
she says the other story of what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts the guy's dick off and stuff. He says, "You can't live with that. Better off. Can't fix that. Better off dead." The kid's line. That's a great line from that kid.
Come in there.
Can't fix that. Better off dead.
Turn white just like that.
Just like Ted Raimi's character in the beginning when they're telling her the story. So that seems to be a thing.
Oh, they showed that. Oh, all the blood.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, on the toilet.
And then the bees coming out of the toilet. And they show,
Yeah.
right? Or am I thinking of the sequel? But I'm pretty sure they showed the bees in the toilet.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, we've been talking about that Child of the Corn. Yeah, we've talked about that film a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it.
Yeah, a little bit ago before you came in, we were talking about it. All of us, all of us agreed that I haven't seen it more than maybe once or maybe twice, but I have to rewatch it to like form like a full opinion. I'll do a video on it, a review on it probably because I did the first 3. But I remember enjoying it much more than I thought I would, especially because this is a top film ever of mine. So I didn't go into it expecting much at all. And I was like, you know what? This is a pretty damn good different take on everything. And it's like a very reimagined.
Oh yeah, she's going like almost step by step with that.
Oh, dude,
Like,
just look at the shit smeared on the walls and stuff. That
Yeah.
shit that says sweets up there, that's human feces.
because nobody goes in there.
That's not graffiti. Yeah. The rest
Nice
is,
touch, huh?
yeah.
Who knows if they even work?
That's funny.
Nice little touch. How about a little bit of shit sprinkle on it?
Oh,
He's like,
It was Art the Clown way before he
Sweets.
existed.
yeah, you see sweets? Yeah, sweets. There it is.
Yeah,
right there.
Sweets
Yeah.
yeah. That's shit.
Click.
Fucking-
She just like takes pictures just randomly.
You know it's bad when it's a place you don't even want to shit at.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's holding her breath
Just
the entire
it's one
time.
thing because you can't help yourself. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
this
open
is
it
a
up.
great shot of the bees. And let's just talk about the fact later that Tony Todd, how much of a fucking method actor he is, and Madsen, she had the real bees crawling on her and stuff. But Tony Todd went that far to say, "I want the bees
Candyman.
really in my mouth," and having them come out and stuff.
You see the thing come right behind the kid. He turns around. He says, "Candyman."
That's a great shot
Dude.
too.
Yeah, so he's not sure. He wasn't expecting anybody necessarily. He just
exactly.
He just.
But that was a good point though, Keith, because that was a good thought because I've never thought that.
Yeah.
And all the times I've seen this, I've never had that thought enter my mind. That's interesting.
I don't want to interfere with your business. Yeah.
And then later on, the lineup, heard you're looking for Candyman, bitch.
Well, all they
Another
gotta do is
iconic
take that
line.
camera. They don't got to do this shit.
No,
All they got to do is take the camera.
exactly.
They don't got to hit her and shit. That's just chicken shit.
That's what is genius about it, because then it perpetuates it. You know, the myth that's being perpetuated here that they all believe in Cabrini-Green, that all the bad stuff that happens, the murders and stuff like that, is because
they beat the shit out of
and then
him.
they find this guy and arrest him, and then it's like, that's your Candyman. Like it was just a myth being attributed to a bad person.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of her.
Yeah. Oh, within an inch of a life.
Being products of their environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Just they don't have to, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's
but it's easier said than done, though, to not be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely. And she knows immediately that it's this guy. You don't forget his face.
Dude, man. Dude, just
dude, her eye.
Dude.
Her eye looks so fucked up.
Piece of shit. Piece of shit. I'm gonna beat that ass. Dude, give me a break.
They almost killed her, absolutely.
And her husband's like, "Oh, okay, we should have been done." Like,
yeah, right. I know. Yeah, that would be what you would hear.
I mean, that's terrible. That's pretty bad.
Oh,
they messed her up.
Some people would say, "Oh, that she deserved it. You shouldn't have been going to the projects like that by yourself." That's so fucked up. Fuck you. Because you're a strong, fucking curious woman and you want to go get a job done stuff, it's your fault because you get attacked. Get out of here. That's such a stupid argument by some people.
Right. Yeah.
I like this guy too, the detective. I don't know if I've seen him in anything else really, but
he's just a dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. Everyone does great in this, even the little supporting roles.
He's just a guy, man. It's like they decided to do this part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of how natural he seems.
He does. He comes, and this is the scene, where she sits next to the kids. Child Corn says, not trying to get off subject. Don't worry, that happens like all the time on this channel. Halloween just passed. If you guys had to pick a dark horse of the Halloween franchise, which would you choose?
That's
like
one.
The one that most people hate. It would be Rob Zombie's H2.
Oh yeah,
I love H2.
Yeah.
Keith, we all three of them
that fucking film, though. I like there's something about that motherfucker that I like.
Brutal
for me. It would be, for me it'd be 5.
5,
like,
I have so much.
I've had some good kills in it.
6.
Yeah,
but 5, I don't like the mask. I don't like the house. Is not the Myers
house.
It's
I like
and the
it. Tell you the
stupid
truth.
circus music when the stupid cops
Oh,
in that I don't know what the fuck they were. It was funny growing up and watching the movies, but like as time went on, like 5 has dropped significantly.
Five's almost like Nicolas Cage, isn't it?
Yeah, is it?
no.
Yeah, I think Five's the massive counts like Nicholas.
Huh, I don't know.
It's like, hey, look, it's Nick.
Her fucking face
And she looks like
healed.
she's okay now, so she's being like a pardon the term
I
a
was
simp
gonna,
at the moment.
say, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that healed real fast. I mean, they don't say how much time passed, but it didn't seem like that long.
But see how he's dressed?
Mhm.
Like you see how he's dressed, like he has the leather jacket on just like before.
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to reenact something.
This motherfucker is such a bum, man.
Right here with the theme played on like accordion or some shit.
It just goes
But
down.
the slow panning and circular zoom going down on the arena. Great cam work.
I used to jam on the stage kind of like this, except for it wasn't both sides. It was only one side.
That's cool.
The big dome behind it. It had great acoustics. Me and my band used to jam there for years. It was outside at the park.
Nice, man. Where was it?
It was in a place called Matter Park in Marion, Indiana. My hometown, Marion.
Yeah.
Same hometown as James Dean.
Cool. James, yeah, I know. I saw your post about James Dean last week or something like that. That's cool.
I've known him my whole life, but all of a sudden it struck me. I was like, I got the same fucking hometown as James Dean.
Yeah. Child says, dig Rob Zombies 2 and love Halloween 5. Great choices. Yeah, I mean, Rob Zombies, both of his movies get
Halloween
shit
2 is a fever dream kind of for that of a film. The opening sequence of that is great. Like
Michael's just brutal as shit in H2, and just like in Halloween 6, which is is probably my 4th, 5th favorite in the franchise because I don't like anything.
Paul Rudd.
Anything, yeah, but I love that. I like the producer's cut better.
Are you a
better? yeah, right.
What makes the film still to me is his response to her actually being killed this time and him just losing it, man.
Oh yeah,
and crying and screaming. It felt you could feel it in your soul, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so well done. Since says this parking garage scene when Candyman first appeared. Yeah, the sound design with his voice is amazing, and the way that her eyes, like I said earlier, the way she puts that on, that trance look, and like she's ready, she's holding back tears because she doesn't understand what she's looking at, and she's just stuck in this trance. She kills it. Helen, the echo behind it, yeah, it's great. Synth.
And the thing is, he's not stuck in one spot either. He can travel.
Yeah,
that's the one thing. He's not just like trapped in his.
How she's almost just to grab the car to stop herself from fainting or falling over.
God damn.
He's about 6'3", isn't he? Something like that.
Yeah.
No, he's a good size. He's a good height, good size dude.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's also in The Rock too. I forgot about that. I don't play soft ass shit.
I forgot about
He's great in that.
Dude, those eyes right there. How red
they get all glazed over.
Yeah, that's what sells it. That's so
they get glazed over, like they become a whole color blue instead of the pupils and stuff.
That's a favorite shot too in this movie of mine. I love that.
She's heartbroken all of a sudden and doesn't really know why.
Yeah, she doesn't understand what she's seeing.
Be my victim.
She gets she gets it on a subconscious level because obviously she's been researching Candyman, but just to be confronted with it, like for real in her mind, and we'll get to if it's in her mind or not, but just to see that, and then the shot of the bees and stuff. I mean, all of that's excellent.
She's overtaken with fucking just grief.
Child is a good question. What are your guys' favorite subgenres of horror? Keith, you want to go first, and we'll go counterclockwise.
Shit, oh man. My subgenre horror, I would say I love Jello a lot. I love.
Wow, yeah, the scene where
I think it's the same for all three of us, honestly. Oh yeah, let's hold on that question just for the scene to play out. She wakes up with the blood of the dog all over.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
And the head of the dog. I mean, that's fucking cool. I
Yeah,
would
the
love that.
Rottweiler.
Crazy. But this is
well,
where I start to lean that maybe she's the killer, that she did this.
She picks up the butcher knife for one thing, which was
Yeah.
a big
Which is
mistake.
so stupid. You never fucking
she's
pick up
convinced,
Oh,
a
that's
murder
terrible.
weapon ever. Are you serious?
she's convinced that she's the killer.
That's Keith, exactly. That's why I sometimes lean towards that Candyman isn't really real in this.
The bloody
But
crib.
she looks
Bloody
at
crib.
her and she
That's messed up.
recognizes Helen, like, and looks at her like, I saw you do that to the dog, and now
Oh,
where's my kid? That's the look she gives her. You're right, Keith.
yeah, yeah. She's convinced, man. Like she so convinced that she witnessed it with her own eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And Synth has a great point here too. All the crazy stuff starts happening after she gets hit in the head and attacked by the fake Candyman. Great point,
That poor
Synth.
girl, man. That
That's
poor
such
girl.
a trippy scene. That is
Yeah.
such a trip. I'm sorry. That is such a
Oh,
trip,
yeah.
like sequence like that. All that happening all at once. Wow.
And they purple walk her out of there.
Like,
Like, wow.
this news story. This
Yeah, my
white woman
favorites. Yeah.
bloody gets taken out after
Yeah.
committing killings, taken out of the projects.
And then has
Man.
to strip naked with the blood all over her, and the police officer, she don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Lift
she
your left
don't care.
breast,
Of
lift
course
your
not.
right breast, take your underwear off. Can I talk to a detective? Take your underwear off. Like, no, just straight business,
Yeesh.
straight being a cop, like exactly what they got to do.
Yeah.
All business. Yep. She
Yep.
doesn't give a shit. Lived up to
Because
bed.
that's not the job. The police's job is not to determine
Lift up
what's
your
innocent or
arms.
guilty. That's
Hello.
the judge in the courts.
Spread your ass for it, call. Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole bit. And
Oh.
she just so violent. She's so violated, man, because she just doesn't,
exactly. She
doesn't
feels
understand.
so humiliated and degraded.
She doesn't understand. Remove your underwear.
Give your
Back
Detective
to
Lento.
all right, so back to Child's question, because we had to let that scene play out. Yeah, favorite subgenre. I think slashers and Italian.
Mine,
giallo
yeah,
is all
mine's
of ours, right?
slashers, giallo, found
Yeah.
footage. I really love found
footage,
footage
I love
horror
too.
a lot.
There's a lot of
Good
bad ones
zombie
in found
films.
footage, but there's a lot of great
Oh
ones.
yeah, there's like cult. I like cult films, like more maybe than most, like Midsommar and of course The Wicker Man.
The
That's a different
Sacrament.
type of horror.
Sacrament is a favorite cult film
Yeah.
of mine.
Shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I know it's hard, right, Keith? What would you say though? I mean, giallo. I mean, I
Mine
know
is basically slashers, which
slashers has
giallo
always
ties
been.
to that in general. All giallos are practically proto slashers, really.
Yeah.
Torso. I mean,
Oh yeah.
If it's good, I like it. Now I can tell you my
Yeah,
least favorite.
All right,
Least
what is
favorite is Possession.
yeah, Possession ones you see them so
Yep.
many times.
It's so rarely done right. It's so
Yeah.
rarely done well.
I mean, and it all started with The Exorcist and stuff, and you can't beat that masterpiece.
Animal attack films.
And,
I mean,
yeah, those aren't
Jaws.
favorites of mine. Like monster movies, like with big animals or mutated
Grizzly.
big. Yeah, Grizzly's a fun one though, because with Christopher George, right now, or Robert Forster. I always confuse. No, that's Alligator, Robert Forster. It's Christopher George and Grizzly, yeah, and Linda Day, right?
Yeah, Linda
But
Day.
the big monsters
Possession
like are
goes,
mutated. I don't care for those as much.
Black Coat's Daughter was done fantastically.
Black Coat's Daughter is great.
Movie. Excellent
Black Coat's
movie.
Daughter.
Well, The Domination, yeah, American Ninja 3, The Domination. What a shit-faced film that is.
I love Black Coat. I love Saint Maud. I love all.
Oh, Saint Maud is terrific, dude.
Yeah.
Saint Maud is
Oh
great.
yeah, but Black Coat's
Killing
Daughter
the
is
Dude.
excellent. I was supposed
I don't
to
know
do a
if
deep
Sacred
dive
Deer
on
is
it. I
interesting.
forgot a
Like,
while back. I got to do that.
that's the power of suggestion in that film.
I
Like,
love this shot here when she has her phone call and she calls Trevor, and obviously he ain't home at 3 a.m. because she has the time. And when it's ringing, the phone at the apartment, it zooms in on the shot, the picture of them on their marriage day, on their wedding day.
oh,
That's a cool great little detail thrown in.
yeah, that's
there.
mean too to do that.
Yeah, just
I'm in
showing
jail,
how the separation.
Why ain't you
of their
home at
relationship.
least waiting for me to call, or at least go at the goddamn fucking police station? I'm your wife.
3 fucking a.m. He ain't
There's
there.
the child right there. She sees the child. She knows where it's at.
Yeah.
But that one girl thinks her kid's dead.
But then also it makes me think, like, what was Candyman feeding this baby for she's in the hospital when she gets committed for a month. So who was taking care of this baby and shit? Candyman's feeding her
Does
the
own that
kid and
blood?
stuff like that. So I there's a lot
I mean,
of
it
questions.
looked to be a sacrificial,
Yeah.
animal for
I wasn't
Candyman.
sure if a whole month went by or what. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
there was a time
I know.
scale.
They say when she gets committed to the hospital, they say she says when she says I can prove it, and then Candyman kills the doctor. Before that, she says when we brought you in here, you were hysterical and stuff. We have you on heavy doses of
Yeah.
Thorazine the last month, and she goes month, like shocked that she didn't even know she was there for a month, but she was so drugged out. So she was there committed for a month.
That is true. All the crazy stuff starts happening after she gets clubbed in the head.
Yep,
real good.
that's a great point,
So it
son.
may have even been a month. It may just.
And you're right. And when she's committed, no, there's no killings.
Right.
There's no more killings with the Candyman.
They haven't
MO.
charged you because they think they're going to find the body. Yeah,
Yep.
find the body.
They want to find the kid.
So they're basically saying we think you're guilty of all this shit.
We just want to nail you. Yep.
Yeah.
We want
tell
the
us
true
where you
body
find
to nail you.
He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants rid of
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's just ready to commit her, get her in there, and fucking have fun with Stacy, his little student.
It used to be that easy to commit a spouse, man. Back in the day, you could commit them that easy.
Sadly, you're right.
Thank God it's not that easy anymore.
Dude, that's one of my biggest fears ever, is not just that, but being put somewhere against your will and you can't get out. That's one of my biggest fears. And that's why Grave Encounters, that found footage movie.
Grave Encounters is great.
That plays off that so well. And same with 2 other fears of mine, of losing touch with reality completely and being lost.
This film does
my 3 big fears, and they all play on them.
It's a descent into madness, really. I mean,
she's so voluptuous in this. She looks really good.
Yeah,
she does.
She's gorgeous in this. She's gorgeous in general. She was just a gorgeous fucking actress.
I like voluptuism. But voluptuism, did I expect a word?
We know how we are. We make up words all the time. I didn't during my interview with Caroline, or not Caroline, but the other 3 I had on with Lauren and the others afterwards. I said, "Who would have thunk it about Art the Clown?" I said, "Thunk it." I said, "Maybe it's I just made it up. Whatever, it don't matter." They laughed a bit. We always make up words. Child, I was saying Giallo has become a lost art. I'm a huge Argento fan.
It has.
You're right. You found the right channels, man. Make sure you're also to subscribe.
Candyman is pretty giallo in what it does. Like,
oh yeah, because we are all 3 of us are huge Italian horror fans. We're like
giallo's great. That's become one of my favorite subgenres in general.
The 3 with Darren and Dirk, especially them 2. Like those are like 5, 6 of us in the community that are the Italian horror giallo people. There's not a lot of us.
Too.
There's not a lot of us, but we are all fucking huge Italian horror fans, giallo fans.
She does have very
good to see you are.
She does have a very nice pair. I will give her that. My goodness,
Oh yeah. And he mentioned Stage Fright. Stage Fright by Michael Suave's great movie too.
I still need to see Stage Fright. Yeah, that's like
see Stage Fright.
People love Stage Fright. Yeah,
great. The detective aspect of the genre and the artistic element of nudity, practical. Absolutely, dude. I mean, I think all 3 of us on here could say Bava, Argento, Fulci are like our triple crown.
Yeah, Fulci's my favorite Italian horror director. Yeah,
you agree too, Keith? Triple
Sergio
crown
Martino.
Sergio Martino, yeah, is up there.
Martino,
also.
Yeah, Torso's like my 4th.
Ruggero Deodato too.
Yeah, Deodato. Yep. House of the Edge of the Park. Absolutely.
Bruno Mattei, Claudio Fagasso to a lesser extent. I mean, I haven't seen
Aldo Lado.
A lot of his movies, but
Short Night of Glass Dolls is great. Great.
Which one? Which one?
Short Night of Glass Dolls with Barbara Bach.
By Fagasso?
Yeah, no, by Aldo Lado.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that actually. Oh, a Macabre? But Lamberto,
Roberto
right?
Bava,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lamberto Bava's fucking almost. I don't think he's made a bad movie either. Just like I always say, Mario hasn't. Actually, Child of the Corn. If you like Mario Bava, check out. I did like a 30-minute documentary on him and
Yeah.
my top 10 rankings. See how your rankings for Bava match up.
Twitch of the Death Nerve.
Best name for a fucking movie ever. Same, then Your Vice is the Locked Room, and only I have the key from Martino. That's another one of the greatest titles ever. But Twitch of the Death Nerve, I think, is the greatest.
It's like some of the Poliziotessi's, like the police are bumbling in the dark. This one,
oh yeah,
like the weapon, one giallo, the weapon, the hour, the motive is a great giallo.
I know the name. I don't know if I've seen it. I can't remember,
like
but I know the name.
Exploitation with giallo and stuff like that. It is really good.
The Red Queen kills 7 times. That's another amazing one, and an
Evelyn
amazing
comes out of the grave. I like a little more.
Yeah.
Up there she goes. She's gonna do it. She's on that nice white gown.
Steelbook's job.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, The Beyond. Yeah.
That's my favorite Fulci film. That's a masterpiece.
I can't pick between City of the Living Dead and they're tied for my 10th film of all time. Both of them.
That is beautiful artwork. Look at that shit.
Oh, I love it.
Oh God. Right through the mirror too at her.
Yeah, that's a great scare. That's a good scare. Unlike the Bernadette from that's bullshit. I hate jump scares like that.
Believe in me. Be my victim. And that's a big ass hook too.
All of those lines are great.
That was my thing. See, when I first seen this, like I said, I caught it halfway through.
Yeah, I can
right
see.
about here, right? So I was like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? So I had to find out, right?
Do you believe in me?
Definitely see that you'd be confused. Anyone watching this halfway through with tunes in, definitely.
You know? But if you come into it and this is going on, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, it'll suck you right in and make you want to just go right to the beginning and start it over, watch it freshly.
Like Congregation, right? Yeah, and he mentions that it's like a cult.
You know?
It's almost a vampire story. Like it kind of plays like it, like a Dracula
eternal love story.
Yeah, eternal love.
A warped love story. That's how I've always looked at this movie too. It's a very warped love story.
They use that in Fright Night, dude. It's like when he kidnaps her, it's like, oh look, it was his wife.
Yeah. See, these two have such parallels. Her and the Candyman have such parallels.
She's bringing her, friends bringing her flowers.
He was wrong, then he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's being wrong.
And there's blood on her.
This is that's why I lean. I don't know which way I lean, but I mean, you guys know Lauren and stuff. A great friend and great guy. He always says that Helen's the killer. That there was no Candyman. And so, I mean, that once I heard him say that and talk about it and explain how he feels about it, it makes total sense. And then I started on rewatches, picking up on a lot of those things.
I can agree in the fact that it is her doing it, because how does she get her? How does she get the blood on her?
Unless the Candyman attacked her, or then just that didn't kill her, attacked her, because he does, had the whole feelings for her and the weird.
Here it is, right here. She sees him. She sees him.
That's what you don't know. That's what throws it off and makes it very ambiguous.
It's so good.
Or does she? Or does she see her?
Or I was just going to say the same thing. Does she? Is she in disbelief seeing her best friend Helen with a hook or something that she's snapped and she's about to come at her? Right. So you can explain it away that way too. Yeah, exactly. Everything in this movie
and
with the Candyman, you can explain away.
The greatest scream in history.
Oh,
one of the greatest screams like ever. Like when she screams and he just hacks her to pieces off screen.
It really depends on what kind of movie it is that you're watching, or what kind of movie it is you take it as being. If you take it supernatural, Candyman's the killer. If you don't take it supernatural, she is.
You're looking at it as psychological.
Like an Alfred Hitchcock film.
Then absolutely.
It's like,
yeah. So I can see where he's coming from, why he thinks that, but
Oh,
I'm
I
not.
definitely can. From hearing, I thought, it's always been a theory, but when this was like 2 years ago, but when Lauren told me about that whole his thoughts and theory on Candyman and how it's Helen
Oh
and stuff, and
God,
the body of Bernadette, dude,
God, right there.
and
Oh,
Shane,
grayed out.
she
She's
looks
all
great
grayed
sickened by
out.
makeup,
it.
great
Yeah,
makeup.
she looks sickened by it too,
Yeah,
Helen.
she's all grayed out, like she's been there for a while. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
She's been bled out, man.
He brutalized her.
Child says, I'm definitely a Giallo amateur just listening to you guys. How about Tubi has an incredible catalog for free? Yeah, dude, they have its own subgenre on Tubi of Italian horror and Giallo.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
We
pretty
all
cool.
Like anything Tubi,
there's
Shutter too. If
so
you have it, they have the big ones from Bava on there and
Oh, yeah.
Argento.
there's so many of them that we haven't
Keith,
seen. There's so
Keith, the
many of
lighting here
them.
in the tunnel when she's being driven, the lighting here, I love it. And the flashes of the mural she's seeing. And yeah, like Keith just said, well, you can't know them all. We're still all learning and diving into the Giallo subgenre and stuff. But we're definitely some of the bigger ones in this community that are known for being huge Italian horror fans.
Yeah, it's a great catalog for free. They have episodes of oh God, it was a
and you see the flash right there, Bernadette's body again. That's cool.
you see the baby, you see the child.
Baby's still going, motherfucker, I'm hungry.
Yeah, right. I'm saying all right, so let's look at that theory. If it was, let's say Helen really is going nuts and she's the killer and there's no Candyman.
Right.
Who's watching after that baby? But it makes sense that she would put the baby there because she went and explored the place with Bernadette.
People in the building?
She knows it's there. She knows nobody goes there. So it would make sense for her to put it there and keep the baby there.
Well, the people in the building could be looking after the baby just because, for one thing, they want her to take the dive as being the Candyman.
Yeah.
They want her to go down. So they would keep
That's his congregation.
Just so it would look like she killed it.
There's
You're right.
He's their, Messiah, their priest, whatever you can call it. It's his community.
Yeah.
You're trespassing on his community.
I mean, and this is just great. And with her, with the him floating above her.
And she's just getting strapped to that chair.
He's under the bed and all that. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
And he's not picked up on the camera, but you can use that to incorporate into the theories, but most supernatural things don't get picked up on cameras in movies. So I don't hold that as like a big case of point to go one way or the other with the theory. Because they show her the tape, the doctor, after the month goes by, and she's screaming there, and there's nobody there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You don't see that shit coming either.
No, yeah. It's great. It's so well done. And how he floats back up like that with his hands, and then he just widens it out. All of it is great. The flashes, all the editing in this movie is excellent too. With all the different images from what she's seen and what we've seen prior in the film, coming back in little cuts like that.
He's under the bed.
Almost like subliminal messaging in a way. Like
under the bed.
Yeah, I know. It's a great line.
Under the bed.
I would love to have seen this be a standalone. I think there's been.
She got the good stuff too. They knocked her ass out. They're like,
Keith. Child is asking, do you guys prefer Candyman OG or Hellraiser OG? Well, I can say right up front it's Candyman because it's a favorite film of mine of all time.
Oh, Hellraiser's a masterpiece.
I'm not a huge Hellraiser fan.
Yeah.
I like the first two. It's just they never grabbed me the way that they do other people.
I love the sexual aspect of Hellraiser. I love that because
definitely got that going for it. I'm
a raging heterosexual, so therefore, yeah.
It's yours, Mr. Cotton. It always was. I was hooked as soon as he said that. I'm like, what?
I mean, the Jesus wept. I mean, that's such a
and then on the crying
and the effect and all that. I mean, I don't dislike the first two. I really like the first two Hellraisers. It's just I don't.
And that bitch Julia leading the men up to the attic.
Julia
up to the attic.
Villain, man. Julia's
dude.
He's a great character. great, great actress, great character, great
Very
role.
pretty.
Absolutely.
In a very
Great
in a
score
very,
too to Hellraiser.
Yeah.
in a
But
very
I mean, the
big
score of this
sinister
movie
way.
blows it away for me.
Frank, Uncle Frank,
Yeah.
Yeah, like come to uncle, come to daddy. Yeah.
Uncle Frank, come.
Yeah, that's so creepy. That's so weird.
He's like, what was it like? Pain, pleasure, indivisible. I mean, it's like, yeah.
That Frank's a piece of shit, isn't he? This motherfucker be fucking.
Oh, he's an ass. Yeah, he kills his own brother, dude.
Now this is where they say that she's been here a month. This is when the doctor explains to her.
Yeah.
And then notice that he dies when Candyman's summoned after her restraints are taken off.
Okay.
Because she asks and says, are these necessary? And they take the wrist restraints off. Then she said, I could prove it and calls Candyman.
I could prove it, yeah. I remember seeing the trailers for this when I was younger. I mean, this was put in theaters and run on HBO for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yes, they were necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Attention from the state
attorney. This is from the attorney's office, yeah.
Fucking crazy.
I like both of them.
See, she says for the past month, she's shocked because she's been on Thorazine like crazy. And there's been no other killings.
Weird?
No Candyman type killings for the month that she's in there.
She's technically a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like, talk about the deaths, mysterious deaths, like 21 one time. Like,
well, now you got Bernadette. You got they also try to link it to Ruthie Jean, the one that we never see, but we hear about the story at the beginning that was killed by Candyman.
It's so what did her
looking at her like
did her friend see? Did her friend see her, or did she see Candyman? That's the thing. Who did she see? She looked terrified, but we don't know if that was of him or of her.
Sinister.
Yeah. Sinister, I always had a weird relationship with and thought it was a great movie, but I wasn't into it too much until I did a video on it last year, and it really went up for me a lot.
Sinister,
like a lot.
The sequel I don't like much, but
I don't like it that much either. Yeah,
the sequel's okay. It's just,
I mean, the original's great. Yeah, the sequel's all right.
Ethan Hawke,
Solzman's gorgeous. And the actor, I forget his name. What's his name? He was in the first one, the detective. Deputy so-and-so, the actor.
Ethan Hawke plays the writer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's right. He's in the first one.
From Law and Order. Criminal Intent.
Yeah. Chris brings up Nightmare 2 is my favorite of the Elm Street series. By far.
Freddy's Revenge.
If you like Nightmare 2, child, definitely check out. I had Jack Shoulder, the director, on.
Yeah, Sinister should have been a standalone. That's probably the best boogeyman story ever.
It should have.
It is a boogeyman story because it's the children that are doing it. Just make no mistake.
Yep.
Definitely should have been a standalone, yes.
I was so surprised how much it went up for me when I did the deep dive on it last year. Because I've watched it several times over the years since it came out, and it's good, it's creepy, but it never really hit me like this is.
It's almost like a Slender Man story, too.
Yeah,
the way it works. But yeah, it's a boogeyman. It's the boogeyman. And I love the mask too. The mask is great.
Bagul is a great character.
That one part where they're in the car and you hear that music. Fuck, man.
That is creepy. But now see this here that she's looking in the mirror. She doesn't have the restraints on. They took he loosened the restraints, and now she's calling Candyman.
Yeah, she's doing it. She has to. She can't help herself.
Yeah, in her mind, it's true when she has to prove it to him.
He's like, she's saying it quietly.
But then also to go against it, how does the window break? Because Candyman flies out the window after gutting this guy. So,
crazy.
But, I mean, she could have she's an unreliable narrator throughout, a character throughout the story. So you can't really trust anything that we see of her. That's such a cool fucking kill.
Oh God.
The way he jiggles his body with the hook and that just slices him up.
It's almost like he came out of him.
he was sick of him, man. He was like,
You're mine now.
He says, Sin says, yeah, man, the ripping sounds when the shrink gets together. Yeah, it's great sound design.
Congregation will.
See, all right, I just remembered. He takes her restraints off here. The doctor didn't, but it's still the same thing. She doesn't
With the
have
hook.
restraints. Yeah,
and he just flies out the window as it
yeah,
shatters.
that's one thing I don't know about.
hell?
But then again, she could have thrown something at the window or something and cracked
Which
anything.
triggers the alarms, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, holy shit. Yeah,
Well,
she's
she
basically
goes out the
done.
window too. So I mean, she could have broken the window and then she climbs out.
Right.
Child says you guys can direct your own horror film. What's the subgenre
Subgenre
setting of the
you know
film?
mine.
I mean, I don't know. That's something we'll have to think about.
That would definitely take some thought.
A slasher in the house, basically. So it'd be a
it would
gothic
definitely be
one.
a slasher, probably too for me.
Yeah, slasher in a gothic house, like an Italian gothic, a gothic horror slasher film. I would love to do those. I love those films, dude. That'd be great. Everyone's a flipping suspect.
Yeah, that's something. That's something we'll go back to, child, when the movie ends, because that we can think of ideas as it ends and continues here. That's a good question, though. Probably slasher in some way.
Boy, she's really going hardcore here. Like, she's like, what do I do? What do I do?
And none of them notice.
Dude, yeah, he's just waiting for the elevator.
That's the stuff I always point out in my videos. That the movie logic that it just bothers me, even though you wouldn't have a movie.
It's like, how the hell did she get out of there?
But it's like, come on, she got out of this fucking hospital. You know how hard it is to get out of a fucking
that's a big hospital.
And there's no one out there.
There's no way.
Like no one out there.
Community.
Yeah. No guards. There's nobody watching anything. Come on.
This almost fits in that category of like Phantasm and the First Nightmare on Elm Street, where it almost happens in a nightmare, man.
Right.
Yeah. It has a very dreamlike feel to it. This film, for sure.
Yeah,
very big
reality
type thing. Yeah, it's a bent for reality.
Because no one was out there, yet everyone was looking for this killer.
Exactly. Yeah, it does add to that surreal feel.
Yeah, it goes back to
imagine you come back to your husband, your home, and you see painting that your husband's painting with his bitch that he's fucking on the side, a student. Oh, dude,
you're being replaced, girl.
Damn,
you've been replaced, girl. Let me put it that way.
Oh, there she is,
terrified too.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Stacy gets terrified. This girl of Helen.
It's like, oh shit, it's the crazy wife that I've heard about.
Yeah. And then she starts saying with the phone.
Oh, she gets freaked out.
Call the hospital.
Oh, she's all really upset. She's like, oh, God.
With his towel. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. It is rolled on like he just got finished fucking and shit.
No, motherfucker, man.
He plays the role so well, though. It's just the dickhead cheating husband.
Oh, and she's
intimidating right here. And that's what also it makes the case for her snapping and being the killer, because she really looks nuts.
Well, she's already guilty, right? They're already looking for her, right? What harm would it do to wipe these two out?
You're right. What more trouble could you get in? You already would go into prison for life, or a fucking psychiatric ward forever if they can't find you fit to stand trial. What she got to lose?
The color scheme. Now, didn't you say that was the table she picked or some shit?
After 1 month, dude worked quick. That's funny. So. Yeah. Well, he was fucking the student before the event.
1 month he worked quick. Yeah, he worked real quick.
Yeah, working quick, moving her in and shit and redecorating the place. Damn.
She was already there. Ladies in waiting.
Yep.
She's get out of there. She's warning her. She's warning her. You better get the bleep out of here.
Great reaction.
She's thinking, dude, I don't fucking want you at all anymore.
She won't even look at her, Keith. She won't even look at Helen, Stacy. She is terrified.
She changed her mind about him. Shit.
Yeah.
She's like, never mind.
Damn, what the fuck am I getting involved in? I'm a college student. I don't need all this shit.
Your dick ain't good enough to deal with this shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys on college campus that I could be fucking right
Yeah,
now
dude,
that
better
don't have
look
an
in the net,
insane
dude.
wife that's murdering people or may not be.
His hair's receding from the back. Come on now. Like, I can see it.
Yeah. That's funny.
He's gonna try to sneak around and pull something.
But also, I mean, and I think I said this in my original video for Candyman a while back. I can't blame him fully. I mean, the cheating part, yeah, dick, 100%. But I
Right.
can't blame him in this moment and stuff because what are you really going to believe that there's a supernatural killer that's
Yeah, dude.
responsible for this
People
and that it's
die.
not your wife snapping? I wouldn't believe it either. Nobody would unless they experienced it and saw for themselves. So I can't blame him
bad.
totally
It looks
for
bad.
not believing her.
It looks really bad.
Yeah, it looks so damning for her, like 100%. But still, go about it the total wrong way is exactly what he did. Dick
The
way.
organ.
complete. Yeah, the
And
organ.
just like,
The whole score in this is just the greatest. One of the greatest. They will all
abandon you.
And I like that how he it's him trying to break her down mentally, but it's also that could be her thoughts in her head. You know, breaking her own self down.
It's the truth though, man. Really.
Yeah. Yep.
Left is my desire for you. It's like,
and I mean the story is based on what's called the forbidden.
Yeah, the forbidden.
It's like the forbidden love between the two of them. So I mean, it all works.
Yeah.
That's more a great shot of the building.
It's more than a horror film too. Like I say, this film has layers.
Oh yeah, dude. It absolutely. And that's why I don't like calling it a slasher film. It's so much more than a slasher film. Like on a total different level.
It's like American Psycho. That's more film than you think it is. Like it's like there's a lot of layers to that shit.
I've never called it or considered it a slasher. It didn't cross my mind.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
It's just Candyman.
Yeah, it's just Candyman.
Yep. It's just an amazing tale and story about urban legends and how, like I said, how they can be used and evolve and stuff to try to explain the atrocities in life and in the world. Yeah. It's so good with that.
Like the Empty Man, like you say, how that works. It's the same thing. It's like it's more of a force. It's not like a being.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back through. Yeah, that leaves me mortified. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I'm fucking.
It's a big fire hazard there with all those fucking candles.
Yeah.
That place would burn to the ground so fast.
Look at that. It's already set up with the candles and everything.
Yeah. I'd have broken I'd have broken my lease and got out of that apartment.
One of the colleagues was gutted on my
kitchen floor. Absolutely, man.
Got to be a loophole. That's what
Gotta be a loophole.
Oh, dude, there's no loophole. This is me. I'm fucking out of here, dude. You see her? Someone was just murdered in my apartment building. Get out of here.
It's like the Amityville horror. It's like,
mass murders, the lease is null and
exactly. Exactly. You could sue me, take me to court for shit. I don't think any fucking jury, no
poltergeist. Yeah, they're just built over an Indian burial ground. That's all.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's great how they used real skeleton remains, human remains in Poltergeist.
And it's like, look, there's skeleton
pictures of them.
Yeah, well, we find out in the later movies in the sequel that he was a prolific artist, which we hear from Purcell very briefly. But I like how they focus on the art, especially in the reimagined one, the more recent one.
Yeah, they mention he was an artist. They literally go through like the whole thing of like different cases, so different Candymans. So I was like that.
I loved it when he was in the end of it. I was like, hell yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
there he is. Yeah,
great having Tony Todd there.
Take the cloak, take it, or take the coat,
That was a great ending.
Yeah. It's like there's always got to be a Batman. There's always got to be a Candyman.
And that makes sense too, because she's the Candyman at the end of this. She becomes like
the bride.
Exactly like Candyman.
I've never seen it, and I have it. I know she makes an appearance in Farewell to the Flesh. She's in that one. That one.
feel so bad for her. She started this out as a reporter, and her whole life was just went to shit. And now she's
Right?
a
Just
maniac.
trying to, because of being such a diligent person and seeing everything through, and has to get this story and that ambition, it leads to her whole downfall and a tragic one.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
see how she has the hook in her hand, and you see her holding that hook throughout the rest of the movie. Even as she goes into the garbage pile and the kid sees her and says Candyman, it's her holding the hook.
Yep.
Helen.
Helen.
We had a deal.
Helen.
Look how happy he is about it. But then did you see that tear coming down his face here?
Yeah, yeah. Great. Such little details and little things in this movie. It's just
Here comes the bees and shit.
Yeah, this is unreal.
Yeah, that's very vampire-like. You see how he just takes her, hypnotizes her and just takes her?
Yeah. You know what? I never knew that Jeffrey Reddick told me the other day when I had him on the Final Destination creator, that because he had Tony Todd in the Final Destination movies. I never knew this, that Tony Todd, for every bee that stung him in some of these scenes, not when they're in the mouth, but for everyone, he got paid a certain amount of money for every bee that stung him.
He said they stung. Yeah, they said they stung. It's like
they took the stingers out and stuff for his mouth and stuff for them to come out, but he still got stung, I think, for by a few. So he got paid by bee sting. He got like a bonus for everyone.
A lot of actors are appreciating AI nowadays. It's like going, good, I don't have to do that now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the bees all over.
And his chest looks great.
Yeah, you see his chest and all in his mouth and shit.
Oh, that shot coming out of his mouth with the bees. That's
yeah.
and her too. What a trooper, her too. Having the bees all over her face.
Gonna kiss her,
kissing her with it. Like,
and you feel him like going in there.
Unreal dedication to the craft.
That was like the final thing. It was almost like he was transferring it.
Yeah.
It's like here.
He's like,
Child says, I think, yeah, that sounds right or so, because that's what Jeffrey told me the other day.
That's time for a new miracle. This is messed up. Yeah, because the child's a sacrifice. If you don't know, like.
Yeah. Now that she wakes up, he's gone. Now it was always you, Helen. It can be interpreted two different ways.
Yeah, it was always you.
As in, you're the one I've always pined after and stuff. You're the twisted love of my life. Or it was always you. Literally, it was always you, Helen. You have been the murderer. You're the Candyman. You've been killing.
It's like a behind the mask at the end of that where it goes, it's you. It was always you. It's like you're the final girl. It was you.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Leslie Vernon, the rise of Leslie Vernon. That's an underrated slasher.
Yeah, fabulous slasher. It's done very well.
Yeah,
$1,000 or $2 per sting. Damn.
Yeah, that's what that sounds right, because that's what Jeffrey Reddick told me the other day. He said $1,000, I think. Isn't that insane? I would have been making shit up. I've been like, I've got like 16 stings in my mouth. You can't see it well, but trust me, it's there.
It's like Linda Blair in The Exorcist, which were
right here.
Her flipping had spasms in her back, like
broke
it. Fractured.
From this point here,
there she is.
The end with the music. Oh, I get fucking chills every time I watch this movie, and this theme comes in. And the whole ending plays out. Like chills down my spine every single time. The hair stands up.
Do.
And the baby crying. But then here when she goes
on top of that pile.
Yeah, and she's holding the hook. And then when the kid, the little black kid from earlier sees her, he just sees the hook as she goes down into the pile.
Yeah. She could see this whole thing not knowing really what the fuck is going on, man. Really,
she's a mountain
right
of rubble.
She must be so psychologically damaged and confused and traumatized. Either way, whether he's real or it's all her and in her mind, like
the kid wakes up. Yeah, the kid wakes up and sees what's going on here.
Yep,
it's like
there's the witness. There's your witness.
Yep.
Subconsciously, she's doing Candyman things. Consciously, she's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, because she has the
Yep.
hook.
You're right. You're right, Keith. Exactly. And right here is where you just see the hook go down. The kid, he sees it, and that's Candyman right there.
Candyman. He's
And he
here.
made and Bernard Rose made a deliberate decision to just show that close-up shot of just the hook going down. And that's all that he sees. That was a deliberate shot.
Here they come.
Yeah, they come to burn it, and she's
Almost
like
like a
right in that
cold.
shit.
What were you saying, Keith?
It's almost as if it's foretold. They're coming like right on cue with all this gasoline and shit. It's like it's foretold. This is what we must do now.
Yeah,
because it's like we have them trapped. We have to exercise this demon like permanently, type of an idea.
The story wasn't written overnight. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it works so well. This urban legend of Candyman has been built up in this Cabrini-Green in this area for years and decades, even because Purcell says to them, the professor earlier at dinner, who's in the sequel and gets killed, he said, "You should have read my paper on Candyman about 10 years ago." And she gets like a little like disappointed she didn't know that. So he did a paper 10 years prior. So this has been decades and decades and decades.
Yeah, curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, I think he said the end of the 1800s.
Burn him,
started.
Dude! Burn him. He's gonna rescue him. Yeah,
like a ritual. They're all coming in here ritualistic.
Yeah, just like how Daniel Orbitaille was killed back in the day, and then Candyman became a thing and the myth. The whole townsfolk came up and they fucking killed him. They smeared the honey on him, the bees and shit.
And for the first time, you see a little bit of fear in him. He even looks a little afraid.
Yeah, I love her line. "You lied to me.
You must be on your way now." Yeah.
We shall never be separated again. Oh, that's great.
I cannot leave. I'm already dead. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
She's lost.
That's right. There's the mom.
Yeah, she sees.
Mom sees her.
She's lost, man.
Ah.
I mean, she does redeem herself by saving the baby in the end. She burns to death getting that baby out of there.
He's trapped in there. He's gone. Oh, right on top of her, dude. She's burning. Yeah.
She won't ever be seen that way, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be seen as she was trying to escape with the baby, but got burnt instead, so we got the baby back or something.
Yeah, exactly. They could spin it a million different ways. Yeah, especially with all the damning evidence against her already.
Seeing with her on fire, that's pretty good. Come back to me.
Come back to me. That's a great line too.
You see the mom. The mom's freaking out. The mom's like, "What the? The hair."
Very gothic villagers with pitchforks and torches. Candyman and another monster killed with fire.
There goes your hair. Exactly. Her hair's all gone.
Yeah. And then I love how we see it at the end when she appears to Trevor that her hair's all gone. And it looks like a beehive, her hair. And later on, when she appears at the end, like her hair's all burnt. It looks like a kind of a beehive.
Great.
Yeah, Synth mentioned that comment, Keith and Chris, because I mentioned in some stream, maybe you were on it, one of you were on it, maybe, I don't remember. But I was saying that I always say that there's not many horror villains, creatures, monsters, or anything like that you can't burn the fuck to death. The only ones that come to mind really is the Blob.
It is like right there.
Needs
cold. You're like, whoa.
It's cold.
And they're all afraid of fire, too.
Yeah, but the Blob is the only one I really always comes to mind because it's afraid of cold. And then someone mentioned something else. And Phantasm, the tall man.
Yeah, it's cold.
They don't like the cold either.
Cold kids, you can break it and freeze it.
The fact this motherfucker brought Stacy, who was fucking, to his wife's funeral. Jesus, dude, that is evil. That is terrible. That is terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible taste.
Maybe you should stay home, honey.
I'm surprised, that she stayed with him after all of this.
Well, she was all holding him when he was all calling the cops.
Yeah. And I love how they all show up. All the Cabrini-Green shows up here because there's
Yeah,
nobody here. There's the professor, Trevor, his
That's
little
sad.
side bitch,
piece of
and
shit.
and the
He's a piece
priest.
of
That's the
shit. And
only people here.
his whore girlfriend.
Right.
And
You
the
know,
priest.
probably
That's
she
it.
probably had a lot of friends too. You know, she
Yeah,
probably had a lot of friends.
yeah.
More people coming though. This is
Exactly,
great.
because now with everything that it was probably told about her, that what she did all this and stuff, everyone ostracized her, like all friends, family, and stuff.
Isn't
Makes
that funny
total
how that
sense.
happened?
Yeah, it
Isn't that
makes
funny?
total sense why.
Funny how that shit happens, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole community.
Yep, the whole Cabrini-Green comes in. And I love how the kid drops the hook on her in a bit on her on her casket when they lower it down.
He almost looks like he's in that same coat too. You notice that?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Yep. I think it might be the same color. He probably
yeah,
wears
that's
it every
weird.
day.
Yeah, he's wearing gloves and everything.
That's a cool shot, the
Ding.
slow motion of the hook dropping down. And then her body inside real fast.
Yeah, like she's smiling.
And then they just walk away. And since just brought this up, right? Yeah, what you just responded to, Keith. His reaction here, Trevor, in the bathroom is
This is
excellent.
good.
Is excellent.
Guilt,
Like
man.
he's yeah, exactly. Like he's still if it was his wife, he still loves her and has and cares deeply and cared for her.
It's
But
similar to
despite
the
what he did, and he
yeah.
plays that perfectly here. This is his best performance in the movie throughout all of
Yeah.
it. He's not in it that much, but he kills it at the end here. I'm not hungry. I'll have it later and stuff. He don't give a shit
Yeah.
about anything.
She was just a piece. She wasn't
He's
supposed
the
to.
one that does it.
Yeah,
Boy, she's
she
wearing one
wasn't
of those
supposed to
shirts.
replace him. Exactly. You're right, Keith.
Yeah, boy, she's wearing one of those shirts. Jeez.
Great nipples though. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I know. They
Yeah.
stick right out. Yeah, I notice that every time.
Yeah.
This is similar to the end of La Lorna. You've all seen that one. That's a good
La
one. It was
Llorona,
put on
yeah.
Shutter. It's very good.
I
Kind
have
of
seen it.
similar
It
ending.
is good. Oh, the music again, dude. It kills me every time. Chills every time. And the
Yeah, he's
memory here.
thinking about it.
He's thinking of the memories of her cooking and his reaction. Yeah.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
You make me. Help me make a salad.
Yeah, like salad's on his mind. Fucking like that's. I need a salad right now. Is what he's thinking.
And she's totally bored with him at this point.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. She's realizing like
Over.
this is what I need. I'm going to be a housewife equivalent, and do all this shit for him, and he's not appreciative. Yeah, his wife just fucking died, man. Whether she did all this shit or not.
Oh, Helen. Don't do it.
You bastard.
Ding, ding, ding. I think he shuts the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. See her hair here when she pops out, or it looks like a beehive almost. How it's burnt. She cuts herself with the stake.
You're getting shitty.
See how it looks like a beehive?
Yeah, yeah.
Scared of something.
Great. And the flickering light that looks excellent too. Then one of my favorite screams in horror ever is when
she's loving that.
When she walks in and says Trevor and then screams with the music kicking back in. It's one of my favorite screams in horror. Right there.
She had an orgasmic look on her face when she was doing that. She was like, motherfucker, take that.
And then you just pan into this bad boy right here. What a painting.
Absolute masterpiece, this film.
Dude. Yeah, I have to admit. Boy.
There's not a negative. I have no negatives for this.
Yeah. So yeah, this may have gone up a bit. So
except for like the stupid shit like with Bernadette's the jump scare, but that's nothing. I mean, besides that, it's a fucking perfect film in every way.
Yeah, she can't cook.
yeah, right. Yeah, she already sliced the finger cutting the steak. Tony Todd.
Oh yeah, that's was that?
That's the NECA retro cloth edition.
Oh yeah, the NECA ones. Yeah, when they do them like that, like action figures.
I don't know, because I had most of the movie Maniacs. I still have the majority of them, but did they have a Candyman movie Maniac? I don't remember.
Yes,
If they
I'm
did,
not
if they
Gore has
did,
a lot of
if they,
those. He has a
yeah,
lot of those figures.
if they did, I don't remember it. And I didn't have it.
They might have, but this is the NECA real toy. This is they have not made an Ultimate yet, but they do have a retro claw.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You know, I'm surprised they don't have an Ultimate. The next one that I need to get, I need to get the retro cloth NECA Reanimator also.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's one that that Larry had, the one of the Christopher Lee Dracula. That's a nice one.
Oh, that's cool. Keith, you were talking about what a Jeffrey Combs Reanimator character?
Yes.
Herbert West figure. That's cool.
Dude, yeah.
Herbert West. Yeah, I got Christopher Lee over there, Chris.
What's that? Or
I got the Christopher Lee over there, Chris.
oh yeah, the Christopher Lee one. Yeah, I remember Larry.
Nice. Yeah, show it off.
A boxing of that one. He takes the figures out and poses them and stuff like that too. You know,
see, that's something when I did collect some figurines and the Puppet Master stuff and that I have back in the day that I always took them out of the boxes and shit. Like I was never a collector like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to take them out and like pose them and shit on a shelf in my room and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that's what you did that with a bunch of my figures. Yeah.
It just depends. My House of 1,000 Corpses, my Hall of Fame, Captain Spaulding is still in the package.
Oh yeah,
it's signed by Sid Haig.
I think you told me that once, and that's fucking amazing. I mean, especially unfortunately what happened with Sid Haig, with him passing.
It was on during his last convention run. So no, yeah.
Oh wow, yes, I was right near. Yeah, I was right at the end. Damn,
very cool.
Yeah, it's such just a perfect film to me.
It's very good.
It's like I said, it would be like an 8.5 maybe or higher out of 10.
It's an 8 out of 10. It's definitely a solid 8 out of 10.
The score.
Yeah. It's top horror, definitely.
Oh yeah,
definitely, yeah.
Kind of just like The Haunting of Julia, and so that's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
top film of mine too. The music elevates it to that. Like it's still excellent without it, but the score to that film too. There's a few movies that have that same thing that would be a little bit below masterpiece, but the score is so great it kicks it up to a masterpiece. And this is definitely one. What are your guys' thoughts on the sequels, on 2 and 3?
I've not seen Farewell to the Flesh and for like ever, and I haven't seen Day of the Dead? Candyman Day of the Dead? Is that the third one?
Day of the Dead. Yeah, this is
and I have both of those. Yeah, Vestron released Day of the Dead.
What do you think of them, Keith?
That one the third one kind of catches the shit. The second one explains a lot of his backstory. It's not bad, but actually, there's actually quite a group of fans for the second one. It's
not bad.
Farewell to the Flesh. Yeah,
Farewell to the Flesh is decent. It really is. Because I just rewatched both of those in the last few months. I had a lot more fun and an enjoyable experience watching 2 than I ever had or ever remembered with that movie. I said, this is much better than I ever remembered it being. Couldn't say that about 3. That was just as bad as I remember it always being.
I don't even remember it, man. I've seen it back a couple times and I still don't remember it.
Exactly. I didn't remember going into it.
It's an obscure title for Vestron.
I don't remember it now, and I just did a video on it a month ago or so. I still don't remember it now. That's how forgettable it is. 3 is very, very forgettable.
That's always a sign.
Since says he likes 2 even back in the day, 3 I never like. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. And except
New Orleans. Yeah, I agree.
The New Orleans setting in 3 is maybe the only saving grace for it. One of the saving graces that make it watchable, maybe at least.
Yeah,
which is great. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining with this, and definitely a fun time. Everyone in the chat, thanks for hanging out and talking. Again, Child of the Corn, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Agoraphobe and Chris here. And thanks so much.
Probably the best watch that I've ever had for the original Candyman, actually.
Yeah, I have to admit, yeah, this was great. This was terrific. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, well, all right, guys. So what's going on in your channels coming up? Keith, what's going on besides our Tarantino project that we got to talk about? What else is going on?
Monday night, I am
Oh, there you go.
premiering the first episode of season 2 of Ranking Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after
I
that,
forgot to
we'll
tell you, I watched the
be-
trailer for it. It's
Yeah, that's
fucking good, man.
terrific.
I
Great
can't
stuff,
wait to see
dude.
season 2.
That, and like I said, we're doing the Tarantino.
What else is going on, Keith?
Oh shit! I've got
I'm
tons
psyched for that.
of things to show off. I've got some demons to got a couple of demons to finish killing off and laugh off, and other than that, doing great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, man. That's great to hear. And you're so close to 1,000 subs, man. I'm pulling up you guys' links to drop them in the chat. So anyone not subscribed can do it. But yeah, 917, man.
Yeah, different
You're close,
stuff.
just like Ginger too. Ginger's getting you guys. I can't wait for you guys to hit. I can't wait for you guys to get there. Because that's the last big milestone. Actually,
know,
but
right?
we're fucking. I'm 10 away or so from 1,700, which was insane.
Oh, yeah.
That one short got me 230 subs on Halloween, like in 24,
Very nice.
36 hours or so. I went from like
Yeah.
1475 to 16 fucking something. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, I'll never understand the algorithm.
Yeah, it's a crazy. Yeah, it's
Taste
weird.
Keith's link and Chris's.
Oh, and anyone since I'm
Chris, what's going on in your channel?
Just I put polls up on my channel, posts up polls.
Okay.
My next slasher Saturday.
You were saying that one Mother's Day was leaning.
Or yeah, that's for I do Slasher Dude reviews. So I put a poll up for what my next Slasher Dude reviews is going to be. Last time I looked, Mother's Day was in the lead, so expect that one in the future. I did put up a poll for next Slasher Saturday, but first it's Terrifier 2. I have to get that out of the way, and yeah, just future stuff like that. Future slash-alongs, maybe sometime next week. Nice. Jason Takes Manhattan. We're gonna get that sucker going, and then eventually I'm going to wait for the right time, and then we're going to do a slash-along of part 4, and there's the Paramount tapes, and then I've been thinking about it. I want to do a slash-along on Freddy versus Jason. I love that film a lot. I really want to revisit that film.
That would be a good idea. I haven't seen it since the
revisit that crazy ass film.
When I did.
Yeah, definitely. And
all right, so
I've been thinking about it too. So
Agoraphobes channel, and there's Keith's. There's Chris and Keith's channel links in the chat there. Let's read what everyone's saying before we head out here. Read that. Before y'all go, favorite who done it?
Deep Red.
Shit. Yeah, it would probably be that. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot.
Deep Red or
Tenebrae.
I mean, opera. A lot of Argento, honestly.
Yeah, anything Argento.
I know a lot of people will say Scream, but you guys know how I feel about those movies, so those never will make mine.
You want to put 7 into that, but we know what happens there.
All right. Yeah, we do. I mean, I mean, to an extent. I mean, once we see John Doe.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be joining. Awesome, man. And yeah, great stuff on both your channels. What am I doing? Fuck. Friday is Chris Alexander interview coming on. Kill Josh Petrino, who I had on a few months ago, the visual effects artist for Hatchet 2, 3, Terrifier 2, The Wrath of Becky. We talked all about that when he came on a few months ago. Now Terrifier 3 out and Stream out. He did the visual effects for those two. So we're going to be talking that. That's going to be next week. Andrew Devoff said, let's try to talk and set something up for late November, early December. So That will be fucking excellent if I can get that. I love Wishmaster 1 and 2, so that'll be amazing
Also,
Oh
being
yeah,
able
the
to talk
genie.
about that.
Johnson,
Yeah.
Sandy.
Yeah, and Sandy in January. Yeah, Sandy Johnson said January, so Keith is going to join me with that. It's our Halloween is our top 3 movies for both of us, me and Keith. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to talk with the original Judith Myers, that's going to be a blast for sure.
Wow, that is badass.
Um,
Yeah.
and then just reviews like usual, deep dives and music, horror covers, and all the usual stuff. But all right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and thank you again for that super chat, child, and for hanging out, and welcome to
Yeah,
the
thanks,
channel.
Joe. Yep,
Welcome to
perfect. Yeah, great questions.
our little community here. Welcome, everybody else. Have a great night. I'll let the little theme play again.